right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 22. Are you ready for more Attack on Titan, Caleb? Are you ready for more Attack on Titan?
We're rumbling, man.
Yeah.
We're rumbling. And
We didn't stop the rumbling from coming. It came.
It came all the same.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
You know, Armin just keep huffing that copium. I'm sure this is all fine.
Armin immediately went to defend Eren, but then very quickly adjusted to be like, hold on, no,
wait,
this is not going the way.
This isn't actually based in reality. That's just hope.
Yeah, so I think rather quickly we're going to see a rallying of forces, a convergence of, at the very least, a small number of them being like on the same page, but it's of course going to be probably contested by Yelena and whatever her probably new take on this whole situation is.
And on top of that, there's still all the wild titans that are rampaging around, in addition to the millions of colossals that just got unleashed in Eren's new form, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, so it might be some time before anyone can logistically catch up to Eren and make any real difference. And also if with that Titan's size, the speed it's got to be moving is actually insane.
But even if you do catch up, what the hell
do you do? What do you do?
Like
what do you do? I mean, at the very least, I actually give them a better shot against Eren than any of the Colossals.
Oh, really?
I actually think the Colossals will be just generating so much steam
that you won't be able to get close to him.
You won't be able to get close to
Whereas,
it.
like, Eren, maybe he's high up enough that, like, the steam of the Colossals...
Well, he's not only high up enough, but he's got this really, like, convenient bone structure thing that if they can actually, like, fire their maneuver gear into it, they can actually rappel around it probably pretty easily.
Gotcha.
It's going to be, of course, unwieldy as fuck because, you know... It could be just too hard, and then it's like, well,
who knows?
We're fucked, you know?
We
what do we
see.
do?
But I don't think we are anywhere near any of the characters being able to actually potentially even get onto Eren's Titan right now.
No.
Because we have other issues
That's why we need to assemble all the people that can turn into Titans, get them on one side, realize that we're on the side of the living. We're on the side of the living, right? We're not wanting the apocalypse. Like, nope. That moment, we can't have the actual ED be the way that Attack on Titan ends, with just nobody alive.
That would be pretty bad.
Like the unfortunate thing is that because of the way this is going, we are going to be dealing in that whole thing where it's like, yes, so the world's population just got reduced by a 2-digit percentage. Like that's happening. That is happening. Like
minimum.
Like minimum 10%. Like minimum. Like
this will be interesting.
This is really bad. So Okay. I'm gonna get to see the OP in its entirety this episode, right?
Yeah, because technically there's one other thing that was like a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. Like, not really.
I figured it out on stream.
Yeah, he guessed it like that.
I mean, it was the one thing that felt like was a little bit like cleverly disguised in the way that OP was edited.
The fans actually did a lot of awesome work to help try and conceal it and everything and not make it obvious what was being spoiled. But at the same time, it's like one of those things where it's like, okay.
But it's also in like checklist of things that you eventually have to have happen before the series ends.
Not like would be good to have happen, but it's like, no. That kind of has to happen.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm excited to see what kind of major spoils they were giving away in episode 1. But okay. Y'all, thank you so much for submitting your questions in the previous episode. We're going to go through them here. Sorry, not questions, your comments.
Right.
And we're going to go through them here. The code was "You Are Free." First one here from Subham Das. "You are free. Season 1, Eren. I will wipe out every last Titan from this world. Season 4, Eren. I will wipe out everyone who cannot transform into Titans." I mean... Yeah. Plus, probably
a lot of people that can.
Some Eldians that can.
Oh, yeah. That's what you call a character arc, right? He started here and he ends up here.
Reminds me of the whole Gigik video. Season 1, Eren gets captured. Season 2, Eren gets captured. But
who would have thunk that? Like, wait, it was just a plan for extermination? Always has been. I mean,
in a lot of ways, Eren's rage was literally against the world outside and why it had been like kept away from him, and now he's going to destroy that world.
And hey, you're not rolling over and just saying, "Yeah, come kill us," right? So that's good.
That's something.
But everyone.
Everyone.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a big comment here from Denise Arslan. You are free. I just noticed a parallel between the founder Ymir and our Ymir after watching the reaction. When Ymir was blamed for letting the pigs escape, and our Ymir was accused of fooling the church and telling them that she is of royal blood. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. In both cases, they are accused of something they didn't do, at least partially with the founder. But what's interesting is that they are both betrayed by the people they trusted and grew up together. The founder by her own townsfolk, or our Ymir by the church who adopted and raised her. But even after being betrayed like that, both of them chose to give up their freedom and take the blame, all in order to save others from suffering. Oh, and then our Ymir did that again with Reiner and Bertolt. Yeah. They're both self-sacrificial and care deeply for other people, just like the girl in Historia's book, and also their traits embodied by Krista, which is interesting because then you could say that in a lot of ways, our Ymir is perfectly paired with the old Ymir because she also felt like she was almost a slave to the Titan that she was in. That living hell that she experienced for like 60 years or something. Yeah. And then the acts of being self-sacrificial in Krista for the sake of no one else, like not herself at all, was something that our Ymir railed against, which was like, that's self-destructive. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's not going to end well.
And that's something that our Ymir would embody so much because of her miracle of getting free because she ate
Marcel,
our boy Marcel,
Yep.
And remember how our Ymir used to say, stop being self-sacrificial. Yep. You tried to make yourself look like a hero to Historia. That was just basically her trying to prevent Historia from turning into what she was. Yep. And even though she always said stuff like, I got a second chance at life, so I'm going to live how I want, she still ended up paying for someone else's actions and sacrificed herself for Reiner and Bertolt. But that was her choice.
Yep, exactly.
That's because she saw a future for Krista within the walls.
Well, and in some ways, that's one of the ways that she could truly show that she was free, right?
Yeah,
because
and that she loved
it was
Historia
her choice to
too.
make. Yeah, that too. But like, I love that these kinds of parallels still exist, and because Ymir as a character, our Ymir, right, as they refer to her, one of my favorite characters, my favorite character of season 2, easily. And we just didn't really see much of her outside of that. We didn't see anything of her after. We didn't really see much of her before in season 1, right? No. I don't think she was even named. So the fact that we actually like get all of these tie-ins, I love it.
Yeah, I loved her a lot in season 2 because that was where her entire character was focused, basically. Yep. But not only that, having it be something where you really felt like her character was the tie-in, not just potentially for Historia, and in this case, you know, the old Ymir, the OG Ymir. But there's almost a parallel to Eren as well, where she basically got free, and then that freedom led to an even greater bondage of sorts. And then in that moment of, oh, okay, I'm going to be free and make my choices now, her final choice was a great sacrifice so that she could change something, echoing Armin's thing of, you know, only those that are willing to sacrifice everything can, you know, change anything. And pretty much every character that's died in this story has had a specific small, even if it is only tiny, small story, like kind of thing that their death means. And then you could even tie that back to the whole thing with Shadis being like, well, did the death mean something? Did it help anything? It's like, well,
and Erwin too, of like, did any of those deaths mean anything, or was it all just some big long con? And you know, so now do I feel the need to try and make sure that they ended up having meaning, you know?
And now we have our main character about to go and make a lot more people dead. And why? Why you got to do this, man? Why you got to do this? I guess we'll find out. And even after Historia made that promise to Ymir that she will live freely and be who she truly was, still being used and got pregnant, a direct parallel to founder Ymir. Yeah, they made the shot where like she's just like sitting there
with like kind of dead eyes and everything.
Yeah.
Like she even looked like old Ymir in that moment with the hairstyle and everything.
Yeah. Honestly, I've lost the count of parallels in this show. I just sit back and appreciate the beauty in front of my eyes while crying simultaneously. It's like poetry. It rhymes, you know?
Yes, indeed, Caleb.
And final comment from Cowmoo83. You know you won't die from a mere spear, my slave, Ymir. Is Fritz saying this because Ymir had regeneration abilities from the beginning? Or just because he's genuinely surprised and so used to ordering her around that he thinks he can just order her not to die and she'll somehow manage to do it? I never thought about the second one, but yeah, it fits the kind of asshole he is, and also that he doesn't see her as anything more than a tool.
Yep.
If it's the latter, is the implication that Titans can regenerate solely because Ymir continued to heed Fritz's command even while she was dying or had died in paths? Because that's dark, and I love / hate it.
Think about that.
I mean, I don't think they're ever gonna hard explain something like that.
Me neither.
But that's a really cool fan canon.
Yep.
Where
I love it.
The idea that
she made the Titans with regenerative abilities afterwards because
because it was
the order was still echoing in her mind.
The order was, what are you doing? Get up,
Right, exactly. Yeah. Something like this won't kill you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, won't kill them either. Yeah.
The part we're thinking about in season 1 where Eren's, basically unwilling to die as Annie's trying to get away, and then he's like, I will destroy the world. You push and you push and you push and you abuse and you oppress something like that to the point where it's like...
Eventually it snaps,
yeah. And here we go. Our protagonist is the full-on antagonist. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, okay. Those are some lovely comments. If you want to have your comment featured in the next Attack on Titan episode, be sure to watch the end of the discussion. There will be a secret code word phrase thing there to get your comment featured, and then Jacob will look through the comments to find some good ones that are spoiler-free and apropos to the discussions of the previous episode or this episode. But yeah, rumbling.
Yeah, it's here.
It's here. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Here we go. Yeah. I mean, this is... What do you say to this?
I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once.
I'm
sure Gabby is so in shock by this, but she's also like, this is some bullshit. I actually killed him. Yeah.
Yeah, Gabby with the, I shot the dude's head off and it didn't work. And Falco with the, I helped this happen.
Story, yeah. Yeah, here we go. All right, show me!
Rumbling.
Show me it all! Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Oh, shit! They're just like, yeah, there you go. All right, what was covered here? Oh!
Yeah!
Oh!
Yeah!
What the fuck?
Yeah!
Oh!
Yeah!
Thaw? Wait, Thaw?
Even for the armored Titan, that was a lot.
Oh, Ryder! Yeah, he might be out of commission for a bit. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, buddy, he's not regenerating. I mean, there is some steam, so he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine.
But he's not doing great right now.
Oh.
And he feels guilty for it because he was the one who helped set Eren down this path.
Not only that, but like declaration of war.
Yeah.
Just a tired soldier here being like, I don't want to run anymore. Oh. Oh, fuck.
俺たちはただ逃げることしかできない。
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
This is like Eren. Tatakai.
Looking into the mirror and everything.
Okay, yeah, save Falco.
Yep.
And this is gonna lead to them all teaming up. Come on, come on.
just
the background, you know. It's yeah.
Can't spell slaughter without laughter.
Keep telling yourself that, man.
No, there was. But you decided to believe in Eren.
Jesus.
Yeah. Beyond genocide almost.
No, it's genocide is too light of a word. Yep. And his own humanity.
And is that something that you can accept? Yep.
Yeah. It's
The
simple.
signs were there, but
it's so simple.
Yep. Oh, I love that they cut out the sound.
He's focused on the colossals right now.
Maybe he doesn't care to stop them.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh!
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
We don't have time for that though.
He's been going back there.
Yep. Yep. Ah! Okay. Yep. No
time to talk
for
right
that.
now.
Oh shit! He's just going.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yep.
She snapped.
Her whole world just
Your god
shattered.
is dead. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Get out of there. Oh shit! Oh crap!
Just like back in season 2.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Let's go!
Yep.
Oh, the music here! Oh! It's a trick shot! Oh!
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's some good shit right there.
Even if you know it's coming.
She's my big sister. Yeah, let's go!
Yep.
Yeah! What's that? All the kids join in. Yeah, they're all around her! Yeah!
私はあなたを殺そうとした私悪魔なんでしょ違う悪魔は私は人を何人も殺した
Oh, holding where the armband was.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
それが私の悪魔
Fucking Gabby's such a great character. Yeah.
誰の中にもみんなの中に悪魔がいるから世界はこうなっちまったんだ。
Yep.
じゃあどうすればいいの
森から出るんだ。出られなくても出ようとし続けるんだ。
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Oh!
Yep.
Oh! Oh! Barricades coming in here! Yeah! Yeah, Shadis!
The very people that beat his ass.
Uh-huh, yep. Wouldn't it be sweet to watch the sunburn now beneath the waves?
Feels just like season 1.
Nice. What the hell is he saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
John being a leader, getting everyone to organize and work together. It's like season 1 with the elevator.
Well, season 1 with the elevator and season 1 OP with everyone on the wall.
Yeah.
And then all jumping off.
I think that was season 2 OP with the
Maybe.
jump up the wall. Yeah. Nice. And after all working together, now we get the lyrics. To me. We gotta learn to get back, but is it worth the price of our soul? Oh my god! Oh yeah!
The animation!
Give me, yeah! Dumbass Titans.
Ah!
What?
Just
Oh, Pictius, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna recognize a bunch of them. He didn't get his dream to turn into a...
get eaten by a smoking hot lady titan.
Yeah.
司令、ここまで僕たちを導いてくれたのはあなたです。
Yep.
ゆっくりとお休みください。
Thank you for bringing this song back.
Damn. Shadis!
Yep.
Let's go, Mikasa! Oh yeah. Get that good animation, Mikasa. Hell yeah. Oh my god, okay.
And they're just still going.
So many of them.
3 walls worth of titans.
Uh-huh.
ひとまずここは安全だ。
But yeah, they're all headed in the same direction, it seems. They're not all setting out in an
Right.
equal circle there. I mean, let's get everybody, yeah.
壁の崩壊で死にかけてる間、巨人討伐を指揮してたらしいな。じゃあ生きてたか。心配してくれてありがとう。だがくたばるわけにはいかねえだろう。エルディア帝国が復活するって瞬間なのに。
Alright, someone kick his teeth in now. We don't want him talking anymore.
君はなぜここに？
信じて。
Yeah. Good. Oh, this is everything I wanted.
ファルコを返してほしいだけ。
Falco and Gabby are the future. They are the future.
ファルコはどこ？
Yeah.
Connie's gone.
巨人の母親に食べさせるためにさらわれたと。
Well, because she's his mother.
なんで？
For 4 years, man. Oh. So he's going to do it. Unless we stop him. Like,
Yeah.
それでも
If only it was so easy as Eren being the only one they had to worry about.
エレン・イエーガーならコニーのお母さんを
oh
人に戻せ
god,
るんじゃないの？
no. Gabby.
その巨人
Gabby.
でもできるはずです。
No.
わからないけど。
わからないなら頼んでみてよ。
He's looking forward. He's not looking back.
外の人全員殺さなくちゃダメなの？世界中の軍事施設を攻撃するだけじゃダメなのって聞いてみてよ。ライナーの鎧だって剥がしたんだからできるはずなのに。
鎧の巨人の硬質化が解かれたのはいつ？どのタイミングで？
壁の崩壊と同時に。
Whoa, so Annie's free.
エレンは言った。すべての硬質化
Yep.
が解かれたって。
Holy shit.
Yep.
All right. Oh, she didn't have hair? She didn't even have hair growing, like, during
Nope.
all that time in
She was
there.
completely just
Okay.
putting
Okay.
hibernation.
Ah!
Yeah.
We gotta get everybody together.
Oh, that episode. God, that was good.
It just went so fast.
It went so fast, but like to have something that felt so weirdly hopeful and nostalgic after the end of the world began.
Yeah, it
you
was
know,
like a pseudo sequel
I just
to the Children of the Forest episode. in a
yeah,
lot of
like
ways,
this is why I love Attack on Titan, y'all.
I mean, there's so many reasons to love Attack on Titan.
Right. But
yeah,
like
this is
one of the many reasons.
one of the emotional core reasons. Yeah. Okay, cool. We touched
So-
base with everybody,
We did.
but not Eren. So,
Not it. Well, yeah.
we
he
just
touched
reminded-
base with everybody
He touched
else
base
last
with
episode.
everybody else already, so we don't need to have that feedback.
We're
bit there.
past the point of conversation.
Even fucking Mr. Leonhardt,
Uh-huh.
all the way over, and
Yep.
Marley
Yep.
is realizing, oh, fuck, I'm never gonna see my daughter again.
Yeah, and he probably came to terms with that as best he could a long
a
time
while
ago.
But the crazy thing is, that seems like foreshadowing to me of where actually
they could.
Annie might actually now be able to see him, because
Possible.
the idea of them having escape airships, those things probably actually move pretty quickly.
Probably,
like
yeah.
all things considered, if they were going at like full tilt, max throttle, or what have you, I'll bet you they could actually move faster than
the
Titans
rumbling.
can wade through the
Right,
ocean.
because those colossals were not sprinting. They
No,
were
no.
they were
Their-
rumbling
their
along.
pace is very large,
but they're
but
not
it's-
making a lot of steps.
right? But they're not going to be able to move that quickly in the water.
Exactly.
If anything, like that's going to be its own separate issue, which is probably why they're all funneling towards the spot where the
They just
least
boil the
amount of-
ocean and float up to the top like little.
Well, I mean, in a lot of ways, yeah. It's the question of like, will they actually move through that area that's the shortest bit because they actually need,
Sure.
you know, to
Yep.
they need the Colossuses themselves to be like a bridge that forms or whatever, what have you.
Who knows?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I could also see it being a thing where literally Eren's Titan actually creates a bridge of
Sure.
sorts.
Yeah.
And like starts ferrying colossals over. That'd
Right,
be
he-
really goofy looking, but
Or he like okay, he did undid all hardening, but then maybe he just does some more to like make a bridge or something.
or you had to make them sink so that they land on the ground and walk through it.
Exactly.
Either
you know,
way,
who knows?
Point is, this episode actually kind of gave us a Gabby episode and
Wasn't
a
it
children
awesome?
and a Children of the Forest 1.5, 2.0 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really love any time they go and focus on the Browse family, Kaya,
Yes.
Nicolo, and that whole
Good stuff.
core unit there, because they're a representation of the hope that this show doesn't have to be about Eren wiping out the world. or
Right,
what have
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
It'll be about those that survive this horrific event caused by our broken protagonist
Right.
who
It can
feels
be-
completely enslaved by this vision that he's seen.
Right, exactly. You can have hope even with the actions of the individuals, right?
Yeah.
The individuals that don't even necessarily have a lot of power, right?
And they can, in the face of even their
Mm-hmm.
dire straits here with all the Titans going around and stuff like
Yep.
that, get like zeroed in by soldiers who are Jaegerists,
Mm-hmm. Right.
who then go, wait,
Where'd
we
you get
know
that
her.
gun? Yeah.
that gun, oh shit. They all come around Gabby and just are like, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Nope.
she's family, she's one
Uh-huh.
of us. No, that was such a strong moment, because it wasn't just, Mr. Browse, the one
course
who's
he's
kind of
gonna
the
stand up for
champion of
her.
the ideal or what have
Yeah,
you. No,
uh-huh.
it's Kaya.
Yep.
It's the mom. It's all the other kids as well.
Gabby-
It's Nicolo also being like,
Huh.
no, I'm a soldier. I actually know how to shoot. I did this.
Yeah.
Every single one of them popping up, taking their turns
Yep.
to do something about
Right.
this.
You're not alone, Gabby.
You're not alone.
Right?
Ah.
Like,
It's so cool to see Gabby basically have this like incredibly dense packed arc over a short period of time.
Yep.
Because her circumstances are so extreme, I actually believe the arc. Like
Yes.
it's something where, because this is so insane, like this would break your character 3 times over.
Yep.
And
And we've
give
seen
them
that
so
happen.
many opportunities to remake themselves if they have the actual courage to keep going. And she, of course, is, season 1 and 4 Eren mashed together into the young child soldier kind of, experience that she has. And she even had her like Tatakai,
Oh, yeah.
bring the
Oh,
hair
yeah.
back.
I love
and
that little
everything. It's just
parallel.
like,
Yep.
holy shit.
right. It highlights so well that it does all come down to choice, right? That even if Eren isn't free or doesn't believe he's free or whatever, no, really you are, right? She made the choice here.
Yeah.
And and it looked very much the same to how Eren was preparing to make his choices and stuff.
Yeah.
Well-
she's resolving her choice, basically.
Exactly,
Yeah, in the
yeah.
same way that he was. But I loved that Reiner's choice was to put all his hopes in Gabby and being like, I need to rest.
Yeah, like
I'm
if he
gonna
doesn't
sit this one out for a bit.
his armor is the one reason that he's still alive. He would have died, 12 times over by now. Like,
and I'm actually really curious. The idea that hardening was removed and Eren's control of the Founder isn't so fine-tuned that he basically has some kind of like, all right, walls crack, wall Maria crack, wall
Right.
Sheena crack,
Yeah.
like I think it's more of that, like he sent a massive wave of
just no
energy
hardening
out
anywhere.
of like, okay, walls decimate, let's go.
Yep.
Cool. The idea that he could actually undo the hardening because it's made of Titan material, sure, I buy it. I maybe would have felt it like being a little bit more cool if he more awoke the Colossals from within the walls and thus they broke out. But I guess, sure, this works too. The idea that the crystal that was encasing Annie, and then also even fucking Reiner's armor being all hardening thing.
Nope, it's gone.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's the one area in the show that I feel like was not done really explained well.
Well, yeah, the whole point of like, there's a vial set calling like that says armor, in the one cave.
Whatever.
Forget about that. Yeah.
But the fact that Annie is out, let's go through a count here.
Yeah.
We got the Colossal Titan. We got potentially the Jaw Titan. There's no fucking way Falco is going to get fed to Connie's mom.
I mean, we'd still have the Jaw Titan regardless.
Don't do this to me. The female Titan, potentially the armored Titan. There's no way you, Mr. Plot Armored Titan, are going to be done here.
He just becomes the Plot Titan.
No, he is going to have to fight again, and he's going to hate it. But that's the thing there. Also, Reiner being like, we can't stop Eren. He can, command the will of all Eldians and Titans. I don't think he necessarily can. Or, to go back a little bit on the Eren is basically giving his friends the opportunity to stop him. He gave Mikasa and Armin the motivation. He gave potentially all those that can turn into Titans over here their freedom, in that he's like, I'm focusing on the world outside. What you choose to do in here, that is the freedom that I'm giving you.
Right, that's his final gift, basically.
It's his final gift.
All right, make your own decision.
Your choice.
I've made mine.
Yeah, and again, I really want to emphasize this is more evidence. This is the way Isayama just loves to do things. Is trickle that little bit of data and info and innocuous little observations and statements that Eren absolutely can't see past a certain point, because he does not, actually survive this. He has a point where he's like,
right, he's not getting any memories that we know of from future attack
Titans.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is it.
Yeah, that's a big thing that is like,
right. I mean, it's also kind of meta, and that's the end of the series.
Right.
So like,
we're getting memories from a sequel show,
yeah, exactly. No. So this is huge. This means we need our
we need to squad up.
Well, right, but we almost need our, like, this is weird, but it feels like structure beats. We could end up getting a season 1 again, basically. Think about it. We just had the attack on Shiganshina.
All right, yeah.
The wall was broken.
Yes, right.
Now we need to rally, pull back,
This did feel very season 1.
And have our trust moment, basically.
Where we go to Eren
we have our counterattack,
and help him wake up, basically.
Well, no. Well, sure, but it's our counterattack, basically.
Gotcha.
Where we then gather everybody together, and it's horrible.
Yeah,
Tons of people die.
And the whole bit that they did with the Thunder Spears on the castle, felt very similar to the elevator in season 1. That was awesome.
And that'll probably do a lot for moving things in the direction of where we might actually stop the rumbling there. But we then need to go and enter the forest and grab
go kill the devil of all earth.
Basically, yeah, grab the main character and rip them out of there. Basically, we either need to go into like some kind of path shit.
Yeah,
like I could see this being that's where the rest of the series is. You get like, this is the first part, Shiganshina. Right. Next part is our counterattack, how we rally together. Sure. And we got to deal with also the fact that Flock seems to be on the Eldian Empire train.
So there's Flock with the Eldian Empire train. There's
that
Connie.
That cannot last.
There's Connie with Falco. Well, and he had a head start.
I really hope that this isn't some reason as to why Connie has to die. because I feel like what they're doing here is just this is a kind of a logical character decision, but it's one that's ultimately just going to take up time, precious time, where
sure.
more and more people are going to die from the
Right.
rumbling
It absolutely
because of
makes
this.
sense for Connie to make this decision.
Yes.
It's something that, like, it's almost poetic in the
Yeah.
way that this one decision could theoretically screw up everything.
Right.
Right.
Because in some ways, what Connie is doing is basically saying that my mother
Mm-hmm.
is worth more than whatever we can do against Eren. Because they didn't come to a unanimous decision there.
Nope.
Jean was doing the, well, I mean, they kind of deserved this. And then Armin's like, no,
this.
they don't deserve this.
Yeah,
No. And even Gabby was like, why can't you tell them, like, just take out the military bases? And it's like...
Or just make it so that Connie's mom isn't a Titan anymore.
Right,
you know?
right.
And it's like...
No, we're not getting any 10th measures, quarter measures, or
Nope.
even half measures here.
Eren is
This is
absolutely done with all of that.
Yeah. So all those things as the way things could be like neatly wrapped up and just it'll all be one. No. This is not going to have a happy ending.
Yeah.
Like this is not going to have a happy ending. Now, I really think that Connie's situation here is ultimately going to be a hiccup. I feel like Falco's way that he was introduced as a character is too much of like an obvious end game.
Oh, like from a meta perspective?
Meta kind of thing there.
But like from a character perspective, you know, it's like, okay, what, like let's say there could be the thing of like they catch up to him, which would seem a bit, like they know where he's going, but that could also seem unlikely because he left in the middle of the fighting and who knows how long the fighting went.
I disagree. I actually think that because he's lugging around Falco, he will logistically actually take more time just on his horse.
Even if he was able to find a horse pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely find. I think he'll
know.
definitely find a horse quickly. It's just even if he then goes horse, go, it's going to take more time because he has that extra weight.
Sure.
Every person that could potentially be following him, if they have a horse, individual riders, they'll move faster.
And Ragako village is at the very least
far away.
It's behind where Wall Rose used to be.
Yeah.
So it's not
close.
It's not super close. It's not necessarily super far either, but
true.
But it's not, you know, just 5 minutes away.
Yeah, and the chaos of Shiganshina probably would slow Connie down a bit as well. Like I don't think he's getting much farther out of Shiganshina.
Yeah.
With, you know, I mean, although Falco is kind of small and
And Connie's gotten big. He's not the shrimp that he used to be when Shots picked him up by his head.
Here's the way it gets slowed down is Falco starts talking to him because he's going to wake up mid-trip.
Well, he does have that handy-dandy, gag. Because, they can't have him turning into a Titan.
No. I don't think he's going to have the energy or strength to turn into a Titan. I'm more thinking that he's going to talk to him. And gags like that can only do so much to actually keep you from talking.
Sure.
It's more just, I'm going to talk here.
Yeah,
this.
right.
So no, I think...
Or
I
at
think
the very least, make sounds that communicate distress and nonverbal pleas for, Connie's better nature.
But every hour counts from here on out.
Oh,
this is basically a doomsday clock on the world, and you probably have days.
Probably
days. I would say
the world is not that big. All things considered.
Well, we have no way of knowing how big the world is here.
Assuming that it's generally about the same size, more or less.
It's one of those things that until the story brings it up, it's not relevant how big the world is. But yeah, if we go with the idea that it's going to be like, okay, we go from parody to Marley first. Marley is connected to, a larger
it's on a big ass continent.
Yeah, it's going to take some time to then go from there, and it's so stressful that we're basically just trying to see about how we can stop an apocalypse by our main character here.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I just character decisions, character motivations here. Yelena is going to get detained,
and
she's like, Zeke, where is he? He's not controlling these Titans.
Isn't it fun to see a character that's as fanatical as Yelena be in a situation where we actually have no idea what to expect from her? she might actually be a friend at this point. Well, friend,
We'll see.
Unwitting ally, who knows, right? Like, because
she's
closer to friends than Flock is,
well,
right?
yeah, she cannot be on board with what Eren is doing.
Right.
Like
the only way
cannot.
Theoretically she might be okay with that is if she thought that Zeke was
wanting
that, but even then the reason
she would have to break in order to do that.
Right. And even then the reason why she was so obsessed with Zeke, other than the whole he's like a god,
right,
I believe was because it was the idea that no, it wasn't anything of like him hating Marley or anything. No.
Well, he had a plan to basically end the conflict of Titans.
Yeah.
I mean, in that respect.
Oh, right. Yes. That was the way he was fighting back against Marley, because then they don't have Titan power anymore.
From her perspective, she's like, he has an incredible plan.
And then he's not Marley isn't subjugating the world with Titan power anymore.
Right. Yeah. And then that's her revenge against Marley. Mm-hmm. But we're going to quickly get into the situation of where we're counting people and thunder spears. Like, we're literally going to be like, that's how bad this is getting.
I don't think they're really going to be able to produce any more effectively.
I was literally going to say something. I'm like, hey, y'all, these Titans are a problem, yeah, but maybe you should start actually stockpiling those thunder spears. I feel like you're going to, like, regret the fact that you just use like 20 or 30 of them.
And they might not be able to like field an army as effectively later. Not that an army would do much against the rumbling. But...
Yeah, in terms of actual like plot things that we have still like waiting in the wings right now, it's basically all those that haven't turned into their Titans yet.
Sure.
And that's primarily Annie and Armin.
Right. What would happen if Armin turned into a colossal from 10,000 feet
carried a bunch
up.
Of people basically on some kind of scaffolded platform or what have you.
They
became a siege tower that basically chased after the rumbling.
I wasn't even going to say that. I was going to say, what if you just did a tactical Armin bomb from, a Zeppelin or something really high up on Eren's Titan, because, it doesn't look particularly like structurally sound, I don't know. It's a lot bigger than Colossals, but what if the Colossal was falling at,
depending
really,
on where,
really fast.
Depending on where Eren actually is inside this thing, you'd have no way of knowing where to actually
the Titan just sort
him,
of crumbles in like a spider, and then the rest of the Colossal Titans just sort of keep going.
I've already been like imagining in my head how this thing actually would fight, because it's almost too big, to actually fight.
Yeah, it's like.
But I thought about it. I thought about it.
What do you think?
The creature, the thing, would make those parts of the cage come up, and like. Actively, it would like come up like
turning into a bird cage for all the people that are trying to attack
it would fight like this basically. And it would have its back parts on the ground, and it would move like a praying mantis, but with like 50 extra arms,
Yeah.
And then of course its head,
right. It just starts demolishing the ground, and the debris comes up to like hit the people up above or something,
or even just at the very least. Having just the ability to just like close itself in and pull a pull a Bertolt basically,
right.
Being like, nope,
yep.
You can't get me. I'm in here. No.
Right.
And then you could have that moment where Mikasa's like looking through the thing,
through the fingers, like, yeah.
Eren, come out.
Right, and that's a
please talk to me,
Right, and that was with the armored Titan of just the hands and stuff.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, it was Reiner.
Oh, that was Reiner
this.
doing that. That's right. It was Reiner.
But regardless, those leg things are a lot bigger, so it's not like if it did decide to do that, you're not exactly getting through. Like
right.
Maybe Armin tries to stomp through or something like that.
Yeah, and then of course size and scale basically. Armin's small compared to that.
Right,
thing.
like we saw what it was like when Eren went up against the Colossal Titan in Season 3, Part 2.
Yeah.
Which was probably not quite right to scale, but point is...
But can you imagine, though? But can you imagine Annie... This is the part that's crazy here. Annie, Reiner, and Armin... You see a triple trio there? That sounds very
armored
familiar.
Female colossal. Interesting.
It's almost like
interesting.
Reiner,
that would be rather
Annie,
poetic, don't
and
you
Bertolt
think?
all coming together, and instead of bringing their attack on humanity, or the
It's
the Titans,
just on
they're trying
Eren.
to save humanity.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how Attack on
I
Titan
am
does
just
this.
so
And
excited.
Isayama, you mad genius. You are incredible. And
I just love the potential of Annie being like the we forgot about her Titan, you know, to being
Right.
like, oh no, she actually might be like the exact thing you need.
The Colossal grabs Annie. She turns into a hardened crystal bullet, and then he tries to like
And
throw
Reiner
her
yeets her.
something like
Or,
that.
or in some ways, actually, Armin might
yeah,
actually
yeah,
even be
exactly.
better.
Just
Little did we know that her actual ability trait was the fact that she had really good control of the hardening and being able to turn it on and off. So maybe it's a whole like Yu Yu Hakusho thing, and she gets turned into a sword. That's a dumb idea, but
Colossal Titan with a
with an
man.
Annie sword.
or just like a Warhammer style
different
hammer to just
anime.
break the legs
Yeah,
of
in
the
a different anime.
All right, if we break all the legs of Eren's Titan along this side, he'll fall over. You know, if I keep whacking at its feet, eventually I'll get to its head.
No.
20-year reference.
This is the deep dank reference that Ryder's like, all right, we need to find this thing's ass. Stab it really, really nice and hard.
And he's like, I'm not being the instrument for that.
Armin's like, I'll do it. He's my friend. I'll fist my best
No,
friend.
Reiner's the one. Armin's the one that has to deliver the instrument.
Ah, right.
Climbs up the legs.
Jesus
God.
Christ. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a setup episode.
Yep.
It's in some ways also a breather episode, but it
Yes.
also had some crazy action.
Crazy action, wonderful characters. The animation was beautiful. Like I
think
what is not to like about this episode?
I think
Like,
this episode basically just gave us that little bit of everything.
Mhm.
And I'm really excited for all those little moments where you saw all the individual characters have
Yep.
their tiny little moments here. So
Mhm.
we're seeing that the ensemble cast is being used really well.
Even
Also, we got to
Louise,
see-
like seeing Mikasa save her again, and like
Yep. Ugh. But also just all the little callbacks to not just Shadis, you know,
Although
saving
that-
those
I think-
that beat him up.
I think that one might be my favorite.
That
though.
one was beautiful.
Like
yeah.
the stuff with freaking Gabby and Kaya. I feel like that's in another camp, you know, for me.
Right.
But like the stuff with Shadis showing up,
It's
that
so
was-
it's so extra, but it's so powerful.
and he's doing the like the over the shoulder look. Like he almost looks like Levi did in
yes,
season
when
1.
Levi came and saved.
Saved them in
Yeah,
trust,
yeah.
right? Who the hell are you to say that you're not special, Shadis?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
came in like a goddamn hero.
Yeah, and then we got to see the garrison.
Yeah.
And a specific member of the secret police as Titans.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you were saying that the one that
That Gabby
the
killed
Gabby shot
was
was
Nile.
Nile.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I
Yep.
gotta see.
Also,
this.
Gabby with the phase jumping 360 no scopes.
It is absolutely Nile. Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Pixis. Hey, I mean, it's Attack on Titan, and it's the end of the series, so yeah, lots of people are gonna die.
And Kaya seeing Gabby as Sasha in that moment, that was just...
That's gotta hit so hard, man. Like I personally just get so excited and pumped up for Gabby. Like that's my primary emotion going through me right there. But I feel like maybe it hit harder for you, like the emotion
Yeah,
of it.
so one of the things that I just want to remind everyone of, Gabby was introduced in this season. Yes, they split it into the 2 parts, but she was introduced in this season.
Yeah.
And personal thing for me, I was one of those people, because the manga took so long to come out, that was also kind of upset of like, I don't really care about these new characters. What you know, what's going on, right?
Sure. Pacing is a hell of a thing.
Pacing is a hell of a thing.
Yep.
But the idea that we can so quickly, so late in the show, have, you know, I can have my opinion so completely brought around on a new character.
Sure.
I am generally against the idea of introducing new characters towards the end of a story. It's adding too much additional stuff in order to, you know, like properly handle their development and give them an arc. Like that takes a lot of time, you know?
Yep.
And Isayama,
And Isayama
mad
did a really
lad,
good
you
job
did it.
by, in some ways, actually only introducing a couple new characters, because most of the characters that are introduced thus far are already dead. Just
Yep.
dead.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically just Gabby and Falco at this point.
Right.
And I fucking called it. Like, Gabby and Falco are like the whole series re-emphasized here within the relationships of, you know, Armin, Mikasa, and Eren, of course.
Right.
But then these two here focusing on the simpler aspects of the Eren and Armin relationship.
Right.
And now that we have, you know, our boy Falco being threatened with it's a devouring. Let's stop that. Let's go stop that.
And also,
Because
Connie,
Connie, we need you.
we need you. And
We need your little crackhead energy. You know.
and how do you think your mom will feel when she realizes, oh, my poor boy, he just fed me a child, so he could get another 13 years.
13 years. Yep. Not to save her, but to put her
just
into
another 13 years.
another hell, an inevitable end.
Yeah.
Where not only that, Connie, you know what everyone would ask of your mom once she's been made into a Titan, right? Like a Titan that could fight back and help.
Is come help us and
Come
kill.
help us, and potentially you'll lose her again. But this time it's forever. Because you know what's really cool about this Connie thing on a meta level? I am 100% now. I think I was like 95%. I'm 100% on the idea that Titans are going to be removed. And thus anyone that is just a regular Titan here is going to be saved.
Gotcha.
Like that's the happiest part of the end that I can see.
It would provide an explanation for the whole why is Eren not getting any memories from future Attack Titans. You know?
Right. But also the idea is that Connie's not going to get what he wants here, but he is going to get his mom back.
Gotcha.
By the end
like
of the
he makes the
series.
decision to be like, no, I can't do it, and then it still ends up being okay anyways,
or he gets stopped basically.
Sure.
But at the very least, that's another emotional point that Isayama may be setting up as a foreshadowing thing of, hey, remember, there's a personal reason that one of our core characters, and albeit Connie, who's not really one of the most developed characters of the 104th.
Right, of the core characters, he is the lowest on that core.
He was lower even than Sasha.
Jean is more of a core character than him, and even Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha got a whole episode really for her. Yep. And Connie's episode that he got was more about the plot
ancillary
reveal
scenes and stuff
of what the Beast Titan had done to his village.
Right.
It was more of a mystery episode.
And yet it's like, you absolutely understand Connie's reasoning. It's no. What do you think we did with you, Armin?
Yeah, what do you think we did? Yeah, Flock came back with Erwin's body. That's the same kind of energy. He's like, all right, let's save him. Let's do it.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay, cool. And also, I like how they're potentially seeding some serious division in the ranks with Flock being back, and then Jean's like, you lived.
Right.
You fucking cockroach. And then it's just like, oh, yeah, thanks for the care and
I appreciate
worrying
your
about
concern.
me. Yeah, I appreciate your concern. And Jean's just like, I can do it. It's right there. I can fucking
Wouldn't
do
it be so satisfying to see like Yelena strangle him or something? I don't know. Maybe that's a bit dark, but maybe.
Yeah, that feels a bit dark and specific. What I would personally like, Flock to basically be like, oh, look, I'm your big fan, Eren. Yeah, let's go, let's do this.
Senpai
and then
did
just
not
some
notice
random Colossus just goes, psh, and he just suffocates immediately and dies. And it's just like,
sure.
Yes,
yeah.
Good. Or even better, Flock lives through all of this.
Ooh.
And he has to watch his whole ideals, things get crushed.
Sure.
And then he's a dark, horrific reminder.
He's been the survivor
to all the
this
people
entire
of the future.
time, so why
and he
change
needs
that?
to
Yeah.
teach history and basically be like, it's his responsibility to
don't know
let
if I
people
would-
understand that if you blindly go into some ideals or what have you,
Maybe be
for
an exhibit for the history class.
No. Just the idea of like he knows he's the example of how easy it is to get wrapped up in the nationalistic ideas of no, we're what matters.
Anything that we do is
that's
justified.
not us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I didn't see it. What have you. And Flock's an interesting character in that he kind of was the unfortunate lucky survivor.
Right.
And that kind of shaped a lot of his ideals.
Right.
But I really fucking hate the fact that he's lived this long.
Right.
I have other characters I want to see focused on. So
I absolutely
Gabby,
understand how Falco not Falco. God damn it.
Flucking Flock. Yeah.
Fucking Flock. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the letters are the same, moved around, you know. But how Flock ended up this way, because, yeah, he went on Erwin's death charge and somehow survived, right? Like, naturally, he would get into a whacked headspace. But he's still around, and you're pretty awful. So, could you stop, please?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The airships being the potential way that they can get the message out to the world
To hopefully stop this.
just of what's coming is one thing, but we saw very clearly that the Eldians in Marley are aware of what's coming there. So
suddenly,
probably,
all the people in the concentration camps are like, "Hey, there's something that you all need to know right now."
So that's going to be its own potential thing. But there's also the totally also not a flying craft of sorts. That, Hizuru lady.
Yeah.
She's like been like covered and stuff like that.
In that random tarp that's
I
wonder
like,
how long
I wonder
that's
what
gonna...
this is. This is the Chekhov's airplane or something like that. Chekhov's helicopter.
It's in that sort of 1900s era. It makes sense that maybe an airplane would be developed.
Oh no, we I'm surprised we don't have more complex flying craft. I think the main issue is that any kind of flying craft that would be actually useful would have a fuel issue in any kind of situation with the rumbling. It's just like, okay, you can fly, that's cool. But the reason why the Zeppelins work, is because their fuel source is very efficient. It's just hot air,
Yeah. It's... It'll be interesting to see if we get some internal structural issues with keeping the war machine going, with however they try and fight back against Eren in the rumbling, as it's just like, oh yeah, no, just this continent is just gone, So that place isn't supplying us anymore.
There's no way anything short of an assassination mission is going to actually stop this. That's why I'm thinking the Colossal Titans are
millions
a distraction.
Upon millions of Colossal Titans.
You cannot stop the Colossal Titans. That is a waste of time. Go after Eren and see if there's anything you can do there. And in reality, it's got to be someone with Titan hardening based kind of attack of sorts.
No, watch. It's actually that Marley has been developing nukes this entire time, and then they just nuke the rumbling.
Oh yeah, that will definitely work. Then you just have wild rampaging Colossal Titans with potentially no control going over them. That sounds really good. That sounds wonderful.
At least the rumbling is straightforward.
Yeah, at least the rumbling...
It's easy to predict.
At least the rumbling potentially has an off switch because someone pressed the on switch. Therefore, if you turn off the on switch, maybe... Or if we're at the very least able to convince Eren in some kind of past conversation thing that he needs to stop this, and basically accept that this is not the way to do this. You need to give some belief, if you will, in humanity learning. Not that humanity's gonna have all its wars solved forever, but actually that we can figure this out.
So
and you are actively ruining humanity's chances here.
So I'm seeing the court scene from A Slap on Titan where it's Flock is kill them! Don't fucking kill them, please. Compelling arguments.
I mean... But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. We have our code for this reaction if you want to get your... comment featured here.
What do we do as the code?
I think the code has to be something
relating to Annie, maybe, or
let's have it be something with how about something that Reiner says.
Oh, wait, or what about the thing that Browse said of, we need to get out of the woods?
Oh, that was Niccolo that said that.
Oh, that was Niccolo.
Sure, let's have that, yeah.
What was it exactly?
I think it was, we need to get out of the forest. I'll bring the part up here.
Oh, yeah,
There's a devil in everybody. Escape the forest. Escape the forest.
Yeah,
that is the phrase. Escape the forest. But yeah, If you want to see the full-length timer version of this reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Any level of support there gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us in the community there about Attack on Titan stuff for the anime onlys and then the manga people. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.